Kiteboarding is an extreme sport where a giant kite is used to propel the user through the water while they stand on a board similar to a wakeboard or surfboard. The main issue with this sport is safety. So is kiteboarding evolving to make the sport safer through improvements in gear? And how important is it to get professional lessons? Would you say kiteboarding is a safe sport?
Is it 100% safe? Can things go wrong? Sure, for sure. Things can go wrong kiteboarding, but the sport is getting better and better because people have focused. A lot of smart people have been focusing on, hey, how do we make this sport safer so it doesn't get banned from beaches, so we can get more customers, and so we can enjoy the sport ourselves, because basically everyone in the sport wants to do it.
So this here is a kiteboard. We'll start with the basics, and this here is a handle. It's not only to carry it when you're walking, but when you're in the water you can hold on to it so you can put your feet in the foot straps, which leads us to the foot strap itself. You put your feet here and just make sure you stay on the board. We'll turn it around to the back. You can see fins here and towards the bottom. This guides it in the water to make sure the kiteboard is going straight. And you can see all cool designs on the board. There's literally hundreds upon thousands of different designs you can get to identify with each person's personality.
That's one of the things about kiteboarding, that you do have to keep the stuff looking appealing. You'd need a 12-meter kite probably to kite.
So the actual one's going to be quite bigger.
Yeah, 3 times bigger. When we pump up a full-size kite in the store, it takes up the whole width of the store. Here's a control bar, we call it. All kites basically fly off 4 or 5 lines. The kite has a gas pedal essentially, and this is a bar from probably circa 2004, 2005. Okay, this is minimum power, that's maximum power. You notice I said the kite has a gas pedal. It has a gas pedal, it doesn't have a brake. The bar goes all the way out here. Now they've made obviously changes to the kite in order for it to go that far. You'd be out in gusty wind pulling this bar in and out, and look how easy it is for that to fall out. And it falls out. Now, the interesting thing is once that loop comes out, you're full power. And you don't have any way to depower it because this is your depower loop. When we went to this kind of chicken loop. And then there's a safety on it with a very rude name, which I won't repeat. And now, when you pull the bar in and out, it won't fall out on you.
After the interview with Bruce, I decided to talk to an experienced kiteboarder named Daniel, who encountered some safety issues on his first kiteboarding session. So Daniel, did you learn how to kiteboard through professional lessons?
Yeah, but not at first. I learned through the help of my dad.
How did that go?
Not well at all. The plan was for my dad to launch the kite, and then he'd jump on the back of the jet ski and I'd drive us out into the middle of the lake, so we'd be far away from the beach. So all was going great. I was having a blast out there. And all of a sudden, the wind really started picking up. It was far too out of my comfort zone. It was way too powerful for me. We both decided it was time to pack up. So my dad jumped off the jet ski, and we tried to transfer the kite back onto his harness. By this time, the wind was blowing like crazy. It was nearly impossible to transfer the kite. So while the both of us were struggling, trying to transfer the kite came crashing down into the water. I honestly thought we were going to die. So we were far from shore. Our heads are bobbing up and down. We're trying to grasp for air as these rollers are crashing into our faces. And our only means of transportation is slowly floating away from us. This is what kiteboarders refer to as a kitmare. It's when everything goes wrong and you're putting your own life and others in danger. So obviously, I made it out of the situation in one piece. I'm sitting here in front of you. But honestly, it was the most terrifying experience of my life. I didn't even want to look at a kite again until I got professional lessons. So my dad drove me down to North Carolina, and I got professional lessons, and now I feel safe when I'm out in the water.
So the verdict on kiteboarding, is it safe or not? If you get professional lessons and use updated gear and know how to initiate their safety devices, the sport can be extremely safe. Companies are also working extensively on creating new improvements and designs to the kites and gear to make kiteboarding safer. Kiteboarding is evolving quickly and has an extremely bright future.
Fall fountain pandas tell the